Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. Today we'll be taking a trip down memory lane as we look back at some incredible games that are turning 15 years old in 2023. These games were groundbreaking when they were first released and continue to be beloved by gamers around the world to this day. From action-packed shooters to engrossing role-playing games, we've got a fantastic lineup of titles to revisit. So sit back, relax, and join us as we celebrate the debutantes of the gaming world. GTA 4. Grand Theft Auto 4, commonly known as GTA 4, is an open-world action-adventure game developed by Rockstar North and released in 2008. Set in the fictional city of Liberty City, the game follows the story of Eastern European immigrant Niko Bellic, who comes to the city in search of the American dream. GTA 4 is known for its immersive open-world gameplay, which allows players to explore the city and take part in a variety of activities, from carjacking and street racing to vigilante missions and organized crime. The game's story is a gritty, realistic portrayal of the criminal underworld, with themes of violence, corruption, and betrayal. One of the most notable features of GTA 4 is its advanced game engine, which allows for incredibly detailed and lifelike graphics, as well as realistic physics and a dynamic weather system. The game's soundtrack is also a standout feature, featuring a mix of licensed songs and original compositions that perfectly capture the atmosphere of the city. In addition to its single-player campaign, GTA 4 also features an extensive multiplayer mode, which allows players to team up with friends and engage in a variety of competitive and cooperative activities. Overall, GTA 4 is a classic game that has had a profound impact on the open-world genre. Its immersive gameplay, detailed world building, and unforgettable characters continue to make it a beloved title among gamers around the world. Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2 is a third-person shooter video game developed by Epic Games and released in 2008 for the Xbox 360. The game is a sequel to the critically acclaimed Gears of War and continues the story of Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad as they battle against the Locust Horde to save humanity. One of the standout features of Gears of War 2 is its improved graphics and visuals, which take full advantage of the Xbox 360's hardware capabilities. The game's environments are larger and more detailed than its predecessor, and the game's storyline is more epic in scope. The game's combat is similar to the first Gears of War, with the cover system playing a major role in gameplay. However, the game introduces new weapons, such as the flamethrower and the mulcher, which add new strategic options for players to use against their enemies. In addition to its campaign mode, Gears of War 2 also features an improved multiplayer mode, with new game modes and maps available for players to compete against each other online. The game also introduces the Horde mode, which challenges players to survive against waves of increasingly difficult enemies. Overall, Gears of War 2 is a worthy sequel to the original game, improving on its predecessor in almost every way. Its stunning graphics, intense combat, and expanded multiplayer mode continue to make it a beloved title among fans of the series. Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is a post-apocalyptic action role-playing game that was released in 2008 by Bethesda Game Studios. Set in a nuclear wasteland known as the Capital Wasteland, Fallout 3 immerses players in a grim and dangerous world filled with mutated creatures, raiders, and other hazards. Players take on the role of the Lone Wanderer, a young person who emerges from a fallout shelter known as Vault 101 into the desolate wasteland. From there, they must navigate a world filled with danger and uncertainty, making choices that will affect the outcome of the game's story. Fallout 3 is known for its open-world gameplay, which allows players to explore the Capital Wasteland at their own pace, taking on side quests and discovering hidden locations along the way. The game's combat system is a mix of first-person shooting and tactical RPG elements, allowing players to customize their characters' skills and abilities to suit their playstyle. But Fallout 3 is more than just a game about shooting mutants and scavenging for supplies. Its storyline explores complex themes like survival, morality, and the consequences of humanity's actions in the face of disaster. The game's world is filled with memorable characters, each with their own backstory and motivations, making it a truly immersive experience. Overall, Fallout 3 is a must-play for fans of post-apocalyptic fiction, RPGs, and open-world gameplay. It's a classic game that has stood the test of time and continues to be enjoyed by gamers around the world. Call of Duty: World at War. Call of Duty: World at War is a first-person shooter video game developed by Treyarch and released in 2008. It is the fifth installment in the Call of Duty series and is set in the Pacific and European theaters of World War II. The game's single-player campaign follows the stories of American and Soviet soldiers as they battle against the Imperial Japanese Army in Nazi Germany, respectively. The game's storyline is based on real events from the war, with missions taking place in iconic locations like the Pacific island of Peleliu, the streets of Stalingrad, and the German capital of Berlin. In addition to its single-player campaign, World at War features an extensive multiplayer mode, allowing players to compete against each other in a variety of game modes and maps. The game's online features include a ranking system, unlockable weapons and perks, and the ability to form clans and compete in tournaments. One of the standout features of World at War is its intense and brutal combat, which has become a hallmark of the Call of Duty series. The game features a wide variety of weapons and equipment, including flamethrowers, tanks, and explosive charges, allowing players to tackle each mission in their own unique way. Overall, Call of Duty: World at War is a classic game that has left a lasting impact on the first-person shooter genre. Its gripping storyline, intense combat, and robust multiplayer mode continue to make it a beloved title among gamers today. Braid. Braid is a puzzle platformer video game that was first released in 2008. Developed by independent game designer Jonathan Blow, Braid quickly gained critical acclaim for its innovative gameplay mechanics, beautiful hand-drawn art, and hauntingly evocative music. In Braid, players control Tim, a protagonist on a quest to rescue a princess from a wicked knight. However, the game is not as simple as it may seem at first glance. As Tim travels through different worlds, he discovers that he has the power to manipulate time, allowing him to rewind and fast-forward through different parts of each level. The game's puzzles require players to use this time manipulation mechanic in clever and creative ways in order to progress. But Braid is more than just a puzzle game. Its storyline is a complex, thought-provoking exploration of themes like regret, loss, and the nature of time itself. The game's surreal, dreamlike landscapes and hauntingly beautiful music create a deeply atmospheric experience that is unlike anything else in the gaming world. Overall, Braid is a must-play for anyone interested in innovative gameplay mechanics, stunning visuals, and deep storytelling. It is a true masterpiece of the indie gaming scene and continues to inspire game designers to this day. Thank you for taking the time to read about these incredible games. It was a pleasure to share my knowledge with you, and I hope that you found the information both informative and interesting. If you have any further questions or topics you'd like me to cover, please don't hesitate to ask. Once again, thank you for your attention, and I look forward to providing you with more valuable insights in the future.